Hello and welcome back to Sweet Transit. Today we'll be having this little loop outside of Biggleswade to the Biggleswade industrial area here. Before we do that, we've got a few issues to resolve on our network, as per usual, but at least I find them. I usually find them during editing, or you guys are quite helpful in the comments as well. So as a group effort, things usually get resolved fairly quickly. We have to fix our coal train route. I didn't notice this when I first built it, but if we scroll down to the quarry, and given what wagons we have on the back, you'll notice we can load stone at the quarry. Not a good idea. So that's the first thing we need to fix, then we can hit play. We of course want to unload our coal at the quarry and load nothing. What will happen otherwise is if this train has ever emptied its load anywhere, we will pick up stone and eventually we're just going to have no coal on that. So that is fixed. Let's just double check. We're unloading, unload. And do you know what? We could even make sure we're only loading coal just in case. At this point, I just want to doubly make sure. In fact, we could add the filter there, couldn't we? All the way down. Perhaps I'll do that before the next episode. We can hit play. What we've got here is an issue. Over at the nursery, funnily enough, where the coal train was. If we click on Biggleswade Nursery A station here, we are actually connected to the sawmill and not the distribution centre. Now that's not normally a problem when you build the distribution centre first, but for us, we had a pre-existing sawmill just here, and that takes priority. So all we've got to do is, before that passenger train gets here, is switch it over so that we're actually connected to the distribution centre. That will both give us some coal access from the distribution centre, and we should finally get some workers in our brand new sawmill over there. Our nursery will be busy. There we go, we're sorted out. We are full on staff. What we don't need now, and we're just paying through the nose for this, is coal storage. As far as I know, we shouldn't need it. We store 230 fuel, which is ridiculous. So we can get rid of our little coal sheds there, and we're good to go. You didn't stay for long, did you? Well, I guess you were done. Everybody's happy. These guys have bunched up again, but that's fine. Now, in the comments, on a few videos now, if you have two platforms either side of the track, you get double loading and unloading. I wasn't sure where to put that. There are places for it, and we do have an excellent place for it here. While it's overly busy at the moment because we currently have our potatoes being delivered to this station where they're going to change and be delivered to the industrial area, we could increase the throughput of trains at this station, Biggleswade, and at the coal shed. I can see a need for it here. We will have to pay extra for a bridge, but that extra isn't much, is it? It's how much do you cost? Yeah, the upkeep is 5. I think that's fine, isn't it? We can spend 5, whatever, gold a minute, coins a minute, for the double loading. There we go. We got our train has run out of fuel here. Although I'm not entirely sure it did its correct route. We've still got to sort that out. So let's double up loading and unloading, as that seems to be the thing you guys want to see. There we go. What we should see here is twice the speed. Now, what I don't know... Oh, look, it's rotated the platform segments automatically. I haven't been doing that. I didn't even know that was a thing. But the benches are supposed to be facing like this. Yeah, there we go. There has been some developer notes added recently. And that was one of the things where the platforms would rotate automatically, so they're in the correct orientation. Could have just been a fluke for this one. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's in the actual game yet. But yeah, we should have double the loading speed now, apparently. And yes, that is much quicker. So that's nice for this little area. What it does is double the throughput of our station without having to add any more platforms. Well, we've added a platform, but I mean any more tracks and platforms. That our trains are just going to go through there much quicker. I mean, technically we could do the same here. We could have a platform in the center and then another track. Then both sides would have double the load speed and unload speed, which is it's certainly an option. Same for over here. But we are loading and unloading simultaneously 2 trains, even though we could have that as an option. I'm not sure if that is intentional by the developer. It might be. It certainly takes up a bit of extra real estate, doesn't it? But if your trains are loading and unloading at twice the speed, it doesn't really matter. Right, yes, so that was a couple of things we needed to sort out. Our lumber and our coal, and we've got a much faster loading unloading situation going on. Goodness me, that was fast, wasn't it? That was lovely. How much coal do we store in Biggleswade now? We store 300. Are you empty? You are empty. Look at that. We might need another coal train doing that. That's impressive. I do like our coal trains, even though it's not technically needed, delivering to anywhere that has a distribution centre, and our quarry will eventually have a distribution centre as well. The reason is we have inherent coal storage. So it's an extra place to store coal, away from what would technically be our manufacturing side of it, which will be possibly in our warehouse where we need to use it. I think the manufacturing, you wouldn't go via the warehouse, would you? You'd deliver coal direct somewhere. But yes, we've got a few things still to sort out with our network up here. While we have trains off this section of track, shall we get a bit of a rebuild done? We are going to start deleting some of our existing setup because I don't like it. We're going to go a little better. Well, that remains to be seen. I'm hoping it ends up being a little better. We're going to cross traffic still, but less times. I prefer not to cross traffic over on our main line here. And we're going to avoid this section as well, cutting across Biggleswade. Anywhere we can avoid diagonal track in Biggleswade, because obviously it takes more real estate this way. Our new track is not going to run through all of Biggleswade. We're going to get rid of all of this junction stuff as well, because that's all changing. Technically, we do not need an outside platform. However, no, we don't, do we? We don't at all. Our new layout isn't going to require it. I'd rather just scoot round the inside. We could double load here. I'm not entirely sure we need the throughput. It seems pointless rushing the loading and unloading. We don't need all these signals. This will be our passenger train. And our coal train is going to head that way. We're also going to delete back to here because I'd like to redo that section as well. Right, so that's that tidy. This is going to be the potato loop. Is that what we're calling it? I don't know. We need to get our build tools. We're going to run our track. I might run it one out. And then we're going to turn round up here. Is this the potato? Yeah, this will be the potatoes. Well, do I want you to do that? I probably do. We need to get rid of these signals, otherwise that could cause some issues for our build later on. And you're going to share the line with our... Let's bring this out a little bit. Cut stone train. This is the one that's going to the warehouse. They're going to share this piece of track. Our cut stone train is going to continue off that way and head off and go and deliver its cut stone there. I'm not sure what's going on there. Will you go across? I think you will. Our cut stone needs to come in to this platform. So that's going to be... I don't know where we need to branch off from here, to be fair. We could use this, couldn't we? We could go direct. I know it makes a bit of a mess here, but this could all change eventually. Maybe we can do something with bridge work. So we could, hopefully, just head off direct into there from this point and reuse that junction. We may need... Yeah, we're going to need another clearing signal. That way. That looks a mess, doesn't it? Dear oh dear. Right, and we'll need chain signal, release signal, release signal. Not that way though, that would not work at all. Get rid of that one. There we go. Get rid of that one as well, that's unnecessary now. And we'll need to put this back in. We didn't really need to change that much, did we? Is this right? No, you've connected to the wrong one. Before we do that, let's sort this out. Our other train's going to go in that free piece of track. So we will need to cross traffic a couple of times. But it shouldn't be that busy, should it? No, it's just here where we're crossing. We're sharing a piece of track there. And then what we're going to do is head in... I guess it doesn't need to be that far back. We should be able to go right up to the platform here. And then turn out there for our loop. And then we're going to branch up into there. However, I want us to have like a straight piece of track where we share with the passenger line. So it's going to be from that point. Then we need a straight piece of track and head up into there. Or do we need to share the passenger line? I'm not convinced on that. Maybe. This can come up, can't it? And cross over there. And then... yeah, maybe. We could just have a crossing up this end, couldn't we? Like that. While we don't have any bridge work. Well, in fact, we could go up there, couldn't we? And then go parallel again. That would make a little bit more sense and look tidier. At least as tidy as this is going to look without bridge work going on. There are plenty of places I'm seeing where bridges could be very useful. Now, we've got to come out with our other train here, our stone train. But it could, or should, be able to cross there and join back in. It's beautiful. Join back in there. This is a nightmare, but it is perfect for a bridge, isn't it? So that's going to be going that way. That's going to be going that way. That's going to be going that way. If that isn't a recipe for disaster, I don't know what is. And then we need clearing signal, clearing signal, clearing signal. Any accidents? Oh, of course not. It'll be perfectly fine. Right, we need one there. Both chain signals, clearing signal, and another one there. Might as well have one at the end of the platform there as well. This is a one-way section of track. We'll have one there. It seems unnecessary, but we'll have it anyway. And then we need our clearing signals down here, and we need the same situation going on up the... oh, not there. That way. You can have bi-directional track by doing that, but that scares me. So we probably won't do that, and that should be a chain signal regardless. Right, you're going in there. There we go. And then we've got another junction up here. Clearing, clearing, and chain. Well, we could fit a little bit of blocking in here, perhaps. One there and one there. It's a little bit close to the junction. I'd say one back. There we go. Pleasant. And we're going to need some blocking up this end, aren't we? So, chain, chain, release, release. It looks so terrible with these giant signals, but they should work just fine. And that's release, release. Do we want trains parked in here? I don't know whether that's a train length. I might put them actually in the platform so that as soon as we pull away, we can get over here. We could always lengthen the platform towards the bridge as well. So that's another option. We don't technically need any blocking here. as I don't envisage us having multiple trains there, but I guess we could do it. And then we could do the same there as well. Why not? We'll keep the blocking up. Yes, one there. I'm going to leave that, possibly. No, do you know what? We'll stick one there. This bit I will leave, as I keep adding blocking signals. We need more blocking along there. That was probably a little excessive, but I'll take it. We need chain just there. We have a releasing signal because we slot in where we should anyway. I'm going to have a signal at the end of the platform just because they look right. Is that about it? It looks... No, it's not. It looks a bit of a spaghetti mess, especially this. It almost looks like a turntable, but I think we'll be okay as far as not getting in each other's way too much, just because of the frequency of the trains at the moment. Oh, don't delete anything. What are you doing, you silly sausage? You want signals. I just want a bit of blocking back up here, if we can get them lined up nicely. There we go. Oh, I love it. Can we fit a... Oh, you can't build signals under bridges. There we go. Good to know. But I do want a couple of blocking signals there. We could, of course, have 3 tracks here. That is actually an option, isn't it? And we wouldn't need to interfere at all. I like that idea. I've only just thought about it. It does mean a bit of a re-wiggle, but it would make a lot of sense. We'd have to come in a different place here. We can reuse that piece of track from this point. Yeah, I like this better. But what we can do is we should, not that, we should be able to branch out there. And then instead of doing that, we do this up to this point. Let's get rid of that. None of this will be needed then, this junction here. None of that will be needed. We just hook straight in. None of that will be needed. Oh, will we be able to bridge? There's something I didn't think about. I mean, we could make another bridge, but it won't be as pretty as I was hoping. I don't think we can extend this bridge any further to make a 3rd track. Oh, that would be sad. Oh, that would be really sad. Guys, I'm going to be sad. I know it. Oh, no, not track. Why did you delete the track? Can I make a bridge that goes 3 tracks wide? That's all I want. Like that. I know we're coming in to come out again, but it redoes this bit, which is nice. And technically, we're actually just going to slide up. Oh, not quite like that. We're going to slide up around the other side of this platform anyway. So it'll be like that with a little bit of a wiggle. Well, it all depends, doesn't it? Can I make this into a bridge? If I can't make this into a bridge, it'll be sad. Not that we need it as a bridge. You can only have 2. Guys, you can only have 2. We could share this little piece of track for a brief second under the bridge. I mean, it's a good puzzle to solve, isn't it? Yeah, we can make this work with the limitations, even though it is not really necessary, and I don't even know whether we'll have a bridge over here. So, yeah, this is an option for us. We can just branch out that way. And given that, we should just slide in after the platform there. And then we branch out that way. That one branches out that way. So that one will be... That one will be our stone. This one, which is almost completely separate now past this point, is our... potatoes? Yes. I mean, technically we could join these, but we don't want them to join unnecessarily because they get really confused with their with their route finding. Right, now we need to get back into this build mode and get that bridge back. Lovely. And put that road back there just so it's not complaining, even though we're not using it at the moment. That's kind of tidy. I don't mind it at all. It'll be great to get the stone delivered today. That is the big plan. And we can't build signals under the bridge. This doesn't actually need a signal of any sort. This will act have to change to a chain signal. That's facing the wrong way. Do you know, that can be a normal signal like that. And this will just, well, I guess something like that will do. Yeah, and then we'll get rid of that one near that signal there. It probably won't be needed, but I'll put it in regardless. Then we need one heading that way and that way. We don't really have enough room in here for a train, but we're not going to cause deadlock, which is all I care about. We might block something with our back end. In fact, can you go on that corner? There we go, that's better. Tidier. Okay. Right, we're going to need a new signal setup over here. So let's get that tidied up. And a couple of releasing signals on there, and there. I think we're good, guys. Is that tidier? I sort of like this better. These are the signals that are going to control access to that switch. Then we've got our turnout there where we branch back in and reshare the line, and then we head to the warehouse. Are we good? I think we are. I can't see any issues there. Now let's see if this all works. I kind of like this little setup here. It's quaint, isn't it? It's a quaint little station. I love how our industrial area station is more quaint than our other stations. Should we sort these out so they're rotated? I know it's not necessary, but it now makes my eyes hurt because they're all wrong. Like that. Can you E? There we go. See, Q and E. Look at that. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? There we go. Like that. Can I just redo those? No. Of course you can't. Can I right click them? Nope. But look how much better it looks. But yes, shall we set up the new routes for our trains? Because they're not going to be doing the same thing, are they? Now, our stone train should make his way back to the quarry. Our passenger train should just go off and do his business and be fine. Yes. Oh, you know, but there is something we can do with this signal, which I did briefly mention I wanted to do in the previous episode. And that is our really expensive requirement signals. They require a lot of money. That's what they require. How much are they compared to... Why are you charging so much for my requirement signals? It doesn't matter. We're going to put it in here. And then we're going to set up an order with that piece of track there. Not length. Destination has to be the warehouse. So if you're not going to the warehouse, you cannot come through here. That's what I hope is going to happen there. And that should prevent both of our potato and passenger train from unnecessarily going, not potato, stone train from unnecessarily going that way. And only our, only our coal train should do that. Is that our coal train? It should be our coal train. Yeah, so this is a fuel only sort of thing going on. We could just get rid of this. But I'm going to leave it like that and see if that's how our requirement signal should work. We may need to do something similar up this end. They're pricey, aren't they? Game hates me. Should we set up a new route? It's going to be a quick one. Famous last words. Let's set up. This is going to be a new name, isn't it? It's going to be Cut Stone to the Warehouse. There we go. And that's going to start at Biggleswade Industry. Swap workers? Absolutely not. We want you to load and cut stone. I mean, it shouldn't be too much of an option, but load, cut stone. And do we want to say until full? I feel like we do now we've got individual platforms. I think that will be fine. So it will be for full load, full cargo load. And then at the warehouse, we want you to unload, which is correct, and not until done. For empty cargo. Are we happy with that? What's your route? Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, it's a mess, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful mess. There we go. We're good. So yes, we're only loading cut stone at Biggleswade Industry. That should be fine. Load, unload. Now our potato, where's our potato train? You need to actually get onto that loop somehow, don't you? I didn't think about that. Oh, that's fine. No, I can see a place, guys. Let's make sure you have access. Just there. Beautiful. And we may as well leave access there, even though it may confuse our trains. And we'll have another signal there. We'll put one there and that there. Something like that should do just fine. Bit messy, but it should work, shouldn't it? Yeah, we'll leave it like that. It's not ideal, but it's not how it's supposed to be. I just want our potato train back here to do the inner loop thing that we've got going. So you don't go to Biggleswade 1 anymore. What you actually do is go to the Biggleswade Industry. I couldn't see it. And you want to unload. You should only load potatoes, but that's where you're going now. Yeah, see, you're doing silly sausage things. I don't know what you're doing here at all. What happens then if we try one of those signals here? Because there's only one train going through here that actually goes here to the potato distribution place. So that should be an easy choice for it, shouldn't it? Isn't there? Yeah, one. In fact, they're all going different places. One's going to the quarry, one's going to the warehouse. So we could have the requirement signals. Maybe. I don't know whether they work as chain signals. I'm not sure what they do, to be fair. We're going to toy with it. So, destination has to be Biggleswade Distro A. There. And this one, what's the middle one? The middle one has to be going to the quarry. So we'll put you there, and that one, destination, has to be the quarry. There. And then this one shouldn't matter. That one doesn't matter. Right. If I hit play, will you sort your line out? No? Well, you're going to run out of fuel, aren't you? What is our other trains doing? What's our stone train doing now? Oh dear, guys, I broke everything. You were fine. What are you doing? Close that. Routes. No. Why on earth are you doing that now? Oh, guys, I know why you're doing that. That's my own fault. You should be able to turn off there. Like that. So we've got room to fit these extra chain signals in like that, and then we'll have the clearing signal up. No, don't delete it. We'll have clearing signal up that end. There we go. That's fine. We don't need that one any longer. Yeah, that's fine. That's where our potato train is supposed to go. That was my own fault. That's your own fault, you silly sausage. You're not allowed in this platform. Is that the one you oh, I see what happened there, because we haven't told it that it's against the law to go in this one. So that needs to be only if you're going to the warehouse. Destination has to be the warehouse. I think that's how that works. Oh, I'm a little bit concerned, guys. You just doing some ridiculous things now. We'll leave him to be broken for now, and then we'll investigate. Let's get our new train up and running. Why not throw more trains into a broken mix? Add train. I think we can use the same as the logging trains, but we won't need, yeah, the lumber trains. Do you know, I'm going to leave a tender on until it's fixed. We'll add more to it. But we'll build that one, and we'll send you on to the cut stone to the warehouse, and we'll see what you do. Oh yes, deploy. I keep forgetting about the deploy. What's up with you? Cannot reach destination? Oh, I thought this meant, well, that one's pointless, isn't it? Yeah, but all of these are pointless. I thought it meant that it had to have the destination of the warehouse somewhere on its line, not that its actual next destination was the way. Do you know what? That's just pointless then. We may as well go with waypoints. That makes more sense to me. Let me change those. We'll get rid of these. And that needs to be clearing, clearing, clearing. We'll see if that frees our train. There we go. Are you free now? You can't get to your destination. What have I done to your route? Your destination should be fine. You absolutely can get there. Do I have to stop and start you? Go. You can reach your destination. Send train to depot. Were you just confused? Cut stone to warehouse, deploy. Is he not? There you go. He's fixed. Okay, that was just weird. But anyway, it was probably because of these. We need to add waypoints for our potato train. Can only go down here. So we'll add a waypoint for our potato train just there, which is after the distribution centre. There you go. At least they can do the little loop if necessary. But I'm hoping he stops doing silly things. What's up with the coal train? Oh, because I set this to the warehouse when it should be the quarry. I have a better understanding of how these work, but they're not ideal for that situation, are they? They need to be just a normal signal. There. Could you recalculate your route? Could you stop, start, recalculate your route? Sir? Do you know what? Go to the depot. Send train to depot and just redo your route deploy. There we go. Right. I have a better idea of how those work now. Now, I am going to add a waypoint for you as well. Just there, which is after the quarry. Let's just make sure our trains are doing the correct thing. And I think we're good. Guys, we fixed it. We're on board. We're actually on board our cut stone train. I'm just hoping the stone train heads off, which it is. Our potato train is in the correct platform. They're very situational, aren't they? Requirement signals. I'm sure we can find some use for them, but I struggle to find a use for them, especially at 1,000 coins, where waypoints won't do the job. Because you can just have a waypoint either end of the station, can't you? And it will pick that track. Now, the other option is to obviously have the ability to force which track they go on at the station. Learning curve. I'm happy with this setup now. We're finally making stone. We may need to up production. I don't think we've got enough in the way of stone production. It's not very industrial at the moment, is it? All we have is a stoneworks. But yes, it has been fixed. Our trains are, yes, running like clockwork now. Next time then, we'll keep an eye on it and make sure everything is running as it should. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.